Have you ever thought, it's just one late night, it's okay to overeat this once, my body feels fine, no need for a checkup? But what you don't know is, these overlooked habits may be silently destroying your health. Millions die each year from chronic diseases around the world. And these diseases aren't punishments of fate, but consequences of long-term lifestyle choices. Welcome to my channel, Top Bit. Today, we're revealing the top 10 most harmful habits to the human body. They may seem insignificant, but they are silent killers of your health. Behind every habit is a cry for help from your body. Make sure you stay until the end. Habit number 1 is the most common and the most deadly. Habit number 10. Prolonged sitting. The silent killer of modern life. You may think sitting isn't a big deal, but prolonged sitting quietly destroys your health. Studies show sitting for 8 hours a day is as harmful as smoking a pack of cigarettes. Lack of movement slows circulation, lowers metabolism, and causes fat accumulation and poor blood sugar control. This increases the risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Even worse, it may impair brain function. Every minute you sit, your focus, memory, and creativity slowly decline. Pressure on the spine causes herniated discs, neck issues, and weakened immunity. Most alarming, it significantly raises your risk of cancer, especially colon and uterine cancer. Even an hour of exercise can't cancel out the harmful effects of being sedentary for 23 hours. Start today. Don't stay silent about your health. For every hour you sit, get up and move for 5 minutes. It could add years to your life. Habit number 9. Staying up late, a slow suicide of the biological clock while the world sleeps. You stay up watching shows, gaming, or working. You think it's just staying up late, but it's actually a slow murder of your body. The biggest consequence of staying up late? Total disruption of your biological clock. 70% of the body's repair processes happen at night. You're losing more than sleep. You're losing your immunity, hormonal balance, and organ repair time. Every late night means your liver can't detox, your heart and nerves can't rest. Over time, this leads to anxiety, poor memory, dull skin, and hormonal disorders. Worse still, staying up late is a high risk factor for cancer, especially breast and prostate cancer. You think staying up gives you more time, but you're actually fast-tracking your aging. Once your biological clock is broken, the price is higher than you imagine. Sleep isn't laziness, it's your body's defense mechanism. Sleep earlier. Stop fighting your body. Habit number 8. High sugar diet. The sweet chronic poison. Sugar is one of the most addictive, legal drugs for modern people. Whether it's drinks, cakes, snacks, or seemingly healthy fruit juices and breakfast cereals, they're all loaded with added sugar. A long-term high sugar diet can unknowingly drive your body toward collapse. First, sugar rapidly spikes blood sugar, triggering an insulin surge. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance and eventually type 2 diabetes. Second, excess sugar is converted to fat, accumulating in the liver and abdomen, causing fatty liver and cardiovascular disease. Most shockingly, sugar can feed cancer cells, accelerating tumor growth. Sugar also destroys the brain. Studies have shown that long-term high sugar intake is associated with a higher risk of cognitive decline and dementia. And sugar is addictive. Once you get used to it, you need more every day to get the same satisfaction. This is a real, sweet prison. Quitting sugar may be difficult, but it's one of the most important health decisions you can make for yourself. Starting today, pay close attention to how much sugar you consume each day. That melt-in-your-mouth sweetness might just be the last straw for your health. Habit number 7. Smoking and drinking. The most legal way to self-destruct. Many people view smoking and drinking as social tools, life enhancers. But what you don't realize is, they are the most lethal lifestyle habits worldwide. One cigarette contains over 7,000 chemicals, 69 of which are proven carcinogens. Smoking doesn't just harm the lungs. It damages the heart, brain, causes cancer, and can be fatal. Lung cancer, throat cancer, oral cancer, bladder cancer, each is closely tied to tobacco. Secondhand smoke is just as deadly. Innocent people can suffer chronic disease or even death because of your habit. Alcohol is a killer cloaked in revelry. Moderate drinking? What qualifies as moderate varies, but the harm is universal. Long-term drinking damages the liver, causing alcoholic fatty liver, cirrhosis, even liver cancer. Alcohol also destroys brain nerves, affecting mood, memory, and decision-making. You think drinking relieves stress, but in reality it quietly worsens anxiety and depression. Even worse, smoking and drinking reinforce each other, forming a toxic alliance. They not only destroy your body, they devour your life. Stop making excuses for harm. If you can't control them, you've lost control of your life. Habit number 6. Binge eating, a slow torture for your gut. Modern eating isn't about sustenance. It's about emotion, desire, pleasure. When you stuff food into your mouth bite after bite, you may not realize you're gently punishing your body. Binge eating severely disrupts your digestive system. Your stomach is forcibly expanded, acid secretion becomes abnormal, causing gastritis, ulcers, even acute pancreatitis. Long-term consumption of excess calories and fats leads to metabolic disorders, triggering hypertension, high cholesterol, diabetes. So-called diseases of affluence. The burden on your gut means toxins can't be expelled. Bing ji lei sheng man xing yan zheng. Sheng wei I zheng de zi sheng de. Yu qi shi jie chong I. Jie zhong I zheng zheng zai ying shong jie zheng nian qing de ren chun. Even more frightening, the brain's appetite center gets trained to crave. Once it's a habit, it's hard to resist. Emotional triggers lead to overeating. Eventually, you can't escape the food trap. You're not just eating too much, you're overdrawing your gut's vitality. Moderation isn't cruelty, it's giving your body a breather. Habit number 5. Chronic stress, the invisible health killer modern people are used to, living under pressure, as if that's a sign of responsibility. But prolonged high pressure is a systemic destruction of your body. Stress directly affects the nervous system, triggering anxiety, depression, insomnia, even hallucinations or psychosomatic illnesses. Your brain, under long-term tension, gradually loses resilience and adaptability. You might think you're just a bit irritable, but actually your brain is in overdrive. The deeper harm lies in hormonal imbalance. Excess cortisol makes your belly fat accumulate, immune function decline, blood sugar go haywire. It also attacks your cardiovascular system, dramatically increasing risks of hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. You may develop body memory. Even when stressors disappear, your body remains in emergency mode, leading to chronic inflammation and potentially cancer. Stress isn't just a psychological issue, it's a full-body physiological disaster. Learning to relax isn't avoidance, it's protection. Your body isn't made to carry everything. Habit number 4. Ignoring oral health, the underestimated, whole-body pollutant. Do you brush your teeth? Do it thoroughly? How often do you see a dentist? Many people think teeth are just cosmetic. As long as it doesn't hurt, it's fine. But medicine has proven, oral health is the body's first defense line. Plaque and tartar buildup not only erode teeth and cause cavities, they cause gingivitis and periodontitis. Once bacteria cross the gums and enter the bloodstream, they act like biological bombs, spreading to the heart, liver, kidneys, causing infection or organ failure. Studies show periodontal disease is highly associated with diabetes, coronary heart disease, Alzheimer's. The mouth is one of the dirtiest areas of the body. Neglecting it is like letting bacteria march in through the front gate daily. Moreover, poor teeth cause chronic pain, chewing difficulty, leading to malnutrition, affecting sleep and mental health. A tiny cavity may become the first domino that toppled your health. Dental issues are not just oral, they're the starting point of your overall health. Give them the attention they deserve. Habit number 3. Overdependence on electronic devices. The health collapse behind screens is the first thing you do when you wake up checking your phone. You're not alone. But when your phone becomes your other eye, your health begins to collapse rapidly. Staring at screens for long periods causes dry eyes, vision decline, raised intraocular pressure, and even accelerates macular degeneration, leading to permanent vision damage. Blue light stimulation suppresses melatonin, causing insomnia, anxiety, and lowered immunity. You think it's information anxiety, but your brain is sending out distress signals. Looking down at your phone compresses your neck, creating tech neck, causing headaches, shoulder and upper back aches, nerve compression. It can even lead to cervical disc herniation, finger numbness, and inability to sit or stand for long periods. Excessive fragmented information intake also erodes your concentration, judgment, memory, inducing digital dementia. You're not becoming lazy, you're being numbed by the information flood. Devices aren't guilty, but over-reliance is self-enslavement. Look away from the screen. You might rediscover real life and your healthy self. Habit number 2. Drinking too little water. Do you only drink when you're thirsty? Have you had your water today? No, not milk tea, coffee, or soft drinks. It must be real water. Many people habitually drink only when thirsty, not knowing they're sliding into chronic dehydration. Water is the basis for all life activities. Blood is 90% water, brain tissue 75%, even bones contain water. If you drink too little, your blood thickens, circulation slows, burdening your heart. Your kidneys can't detox properly, toxins build up, bowel movement slows, leading to constipation, bad breath, digestive discomfort. Worse, the brain relies heavily on hydration. Even a 2% dehydration causes headache, memory decline, poor focus, irritability, and can trigger anxiety and depression. Yet you rely on thirst to drink and replace most fluids with drinks, coffee. These sugary or diuretic drinks don't hydrate, they worsen dehydration. Chronic dehydration also predisposes you to kidney stones, UTIs, urinary tract diseases. Each overlooked glass of water is a step away from health. Worse still, prolonged inadequate water intake lower metabolism, reduce fat-burning efficiency, led to weight gain, dry skin, accelerated aging. You're not fat, you're dehydrated. Your body isn't afraid you eat too little, it's afraid you drink too little. True discipline isn't just eating well, it's timely, adequate hydration. Daily at least 1,500 to 2,000 milliliters of plain water is the baseline for proper organ function. Starting today, don't wait for thirst to drink. Thirst is a signal you're already mildly poisoned. Habit number 1. Long-term emotional suppression. The silent self-detonation. Do you habitually share your joys but hide all your pain? You think endurance is maturity, but actually your body is paying the price for suppressing your emotions. Emotional suppression is one of the most powerful chronic killers. Every time you want to cry but don't, want to be angry but endure, want to shout but stay silent, emotions turn into internal injuries, deposited in your nervous and endocrine systems. Over time, they evolve into physical illness. Clinical studies show long-term suppression of anger, sadness, fear significantly increases risks of heart disease, hypertension, gastric ulcers, skin disease, even cancer. The American Heart Association reports those who suppress emotions are twice as likely to have a heart attack as normal people. You think, just endure it. But emotions never disappear. They transform into psychosomatic symptoms. Chest tightness, headaches, insomnia, allergies, menstrual disorders, sexual dysfunction, chronic fatigue syndrome. Each symptom is an external cry of inner emotion. Even scarier, the emotion-regulating areas of the brain, the hippocampus and amygdala, atrophy under long-term suppression, forming chronic depression and anxiety. You lose the ability to feel happiness, becoming numb, cold, irritable. Emotions are meant to be expressed, not locked away. Releasing emotions isn't weakness, it's a strong person saving themselves. Don't let silence become the final straw that breaks your health. It's not just one bad habit, but ignoring all bad habits. You aren't unaware that late nights are bad, smoking damages your lungs, and too much sugar makes you fat. Yet you always gamble with luck. I'm still young, I can take it, I'm fine. Until one day the doctor says, your disease was detected too late. Early stage cancer is 90% curable. If detected late, it becomes terminal. Diabetes, liver disease, kidney disease, hypertension all have obvious early signs, you're just unwilling to face them. Ignoring health isn't ignorance, it's avoidance. The body never collapses all at once, it's been sending signals. You may choose silence, and one day suddenly collapse, leaving you unprepared and regretting it too late. Physical exams aren't a waste of time, they're taking responsibility for life. Don't wait for symptoms to panic and check, by then you may have missed the best window. The greatest tragedy is not getting sick, it's having the chance to prevent it and choosing to ignore it. True discipline isn't harsh demands, but taking small daily actions to protect your only health capital, your body. Which bad habit are you ready to start changing? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.